Exercise 13.2. So 2 or 3 questions are left from this exercise. Rest I have solved. So today I am going to take question number 14. Exercise 13.2. Question says, probability of solving a problem independently by A and B are 1.2 and 1.3. So question says, probability of solving a specific problem independently by A and B are 1.2 and 1.3. If both try to solve the problem independently, if both try to solve the problem independently, find the probability. Part first, the problem is solved. Part second says exactly one of them solves the problem. So this is a question number 14. So this is a very simple question. So there are two persons according to this, A and B. One is A, one is B. Now two persons independently, they solve a specific problem, and probability of A solving the problem is 1/2, and the probability of solving the problem by person B is 1/3. Question says, if both try to solve the problem independently, find the probability. Part first says problem is solved, and second part says exactly one of them solves the problem. So probability of problem solved by person A, it is 1/2. Probability of problem solved by person B, it is 1/3. So this is the probability that the problem is solved by person A independently, and PB is the probability of the person solving the problem by B. Now if both these persons independently solve the problem, we have to find the 2 points which are given as part first and part 2. So since the probability of solving problem by A is 1/2, so we can say the probability that problem is not solved by A will be 1 minus 1/2, that is 1/2. Similarly, probability is not solved by B will be 1 minus 1/3, this will be 2/3. So 1/2 and 2/3, these are the probabilities that the problem is not solved by A and B. So let us find probability of solving problem by A and B. So probability of not solving. We calculate the probability of not solving problem by A and B. This will equal to 1 upon 2 into 2 upon 3, that is 1 upon 3. So 1 upon 3 is the probability that problem is not solved by A and B. So what first says problem is solved. So we have to find the probability that problem is solved. So therefore probability that problem is solved. So this is the probability of not solving the problem by A and B, by A and B. This will be 1 minus 1 upon 3, that is 2 upon 3. So this is part first. 2 upon 3 is the probability that problem is solved by A and B independently. Now second part says exactly one of them solves the problem. So part second, we can solve as probability. It is second part, probability exactly one of them solves the problem. That means I can write probability of A not B or A not B. That means problem is solved by A and not by B, or problem is not solved by A but solved by B. So this can be written as probability of A not B plus probability of not A and B. Here exactly one of the person solved the problem, that is A. Here one of the person, that is B, solved the problem and A does not solve the problem. This can be written as probability of A into probability of not B plus probability of not A into probability of B. So these values are known to us. Probability of A, it is 1 upon 2. Probability of not B, it is 2 upon 3. Probability of not A, it is 1 upon 2. Probability of B, it is 1 upon 3. So this will equal to 1 upon 3 and 1 upon 6. If I take LCM, 2 will be here and 1 will be here. So this will be 3 upon 6, that is 1 upon 2. So the problem is solved, exactly solved by one of the person is 1 upon 2, and probability that problem is solved by A and B, it is 2 upon 3. So in this way the two parts are to be solved. So this was question number 14. Then next question is 15.1. Question number 15. Question says Question says, one card is drawn at random from a well shuffled deck of 52 cards. One card is drawn at random from a well shuffled deck of cards. Which of the following are cases of independent events? Or which of the following cases of events E and F are independent? This we have to show. There are three parts given in this question, so we will solve one by one. So first thing, before we start this question, you must have some information about the deck of cards that we call playing cards. Number one thing, you must know that in a deck, total there are 52 cards. Total cards are 52. Then we have two colors in deck of cards. One is red color cards and other is black color cards. So there are 26 red color cards and 26 black color cards. Then we have four types of cards. One is heart, other is diamond, then spade and club. So these are four types of cards which you will find in a deck of cards. So we have 13 cards of heart, 13 cards of diamond, 13 cards of spade and 13 cards of club. So if we sum up these four types, we will get total 52 cards. Then in deck of cards we have face cards. We call them as a face cards. So one face card is of king. So on this card, in this way, K is written on the top and at the bottom. So there are four in number. One king is of heart, one king is of diamond, one king is of spade and one king is of club. So four types of cards of king are in a deck of 52 cards. Then we have four cards of jack, one jack of spade, one is of diamond, one is of heart and one is of club. Again we have four cards which we call as queen cards. So one of card is queen, one is of spade, one is of diamond, one is of club and one is of heart. Then we have four aces. we call ace card. So there are 4 aces: spade, diamond, heart and club. So this was a brief information regarding the 52 cards, which is called the playing cards. In this question, he says one card is drawn from a well shuffled deck of cards. So one card is drawn at random out of 52 cards. Now he has given the events E and F. He says E is the event that the card drawn is a spade. Card drawn is a spade. The second event F is card drawn is ace card. So these are the two events. So we have to show whether these events E and F are independent or not. Now in deck of card, if I calculate the probability of card drawn is spade. Now spade cards, I have 13 spade cards. So favorable chances are 13 and total chances are 52. So that means the probability of a card drawn is 13 upon 52. So this is equal to probability of E. Then we have probability of card drawn is an ace card. So this probability in a deck of 52 cards, we have 4 aces. The probability will be 4 upon 52. So probability of F will be equal to 4 upon 52. Now we check whether these two events are independent or not. So probability of E is equal to 13 upon 52 and probability of F, it is 4 upon 52 and probability of E intersection F. Now the intersection of E and F, we have one ace card which is of spade. So this will be 1 upon 52. From this we can check whether the events are independent or not. So we have probability of E intersection F as 1 upon 52. Probability of E into probability of F. This is equal to 13 upon 52 into 4 upon 52. So this will be again 1 upon 52. So therefore probability of E intersection F equals to probability of E, probability of F, and this is 1 upon 52. This is also 1 upon 52. That means both left hand side and right hand side are equal. So when they are equal, this shows E and F are independent events. So in this way we can prove the events E and F are independent events. So there are two more parts of same type. You can yourself try. So I take next the last question of this exercise, which is question number 16. Let us take the question number 16. Now 16th question is the last question. Question says, in a hostel, in a hostel 60% students read Hindi newspaper. Question says there is a hostel and 60% students of the hostel they read Hindi newspaper. Then it says there are 40% students who read English. There are 40% students reading English newspaper and there are 20% students who read both Hindi and English newspaper. Further question says, a student is selected at random. A student is selected at random and we have to find part A of the question says we have to find the probability that student neither reads Hindi nor English newspaper. This is part A. Part B says if she reads Hindi newspaper, find the probability that she reads English newspaper. And third part, if she reads English newspaper, then find probability that she reads Hindi newspaper. This is question number 16, having three parts, that is part A, part B and part C. So according to question, there is a hostel, girls hostel, it is a girls hostel, and in this hostel 60% students read Hindi newspaper, 40% students read English newspaper, and there are 20% students reading Hindi and English newspaper. And he says a student is selected at random, and we have to find the three probabilities which are given. So probability of student reading Hindi newspaper, that is probability of A is 60%, that is 60 upon 100, 3 upon 5. So we have 3 upon 5, the probability of students reading Hindi newspaper. Also, students reading English newspaper, they are 40%, that is 40 upon 100, it is 2 upon 5, that means probability of B, it is 2 upon 5, and third is 20% students reading Hindi and English newspaper, that is 20%, it is 1 upon 5. So we can write probability of A intersection B as 1 upon 5. So probability of A is 3 upon 5, probability of B it is 2 upon 5, and probability of A intersection B it is 1 upon 5. Now the first part of the question, that is A, we have to find the probability that the student selected at random neither reads Hindi newspaper nor English. So probability of student reading neither Hindi nor English newspaper. So this will equal to probability of student not reading Hindi newspaper, student not reading English newspaper. So this can we write as probability of, so this is A not B intersection, this can be written as A union B, its complement, by using De Morgan law. This is equal to this, and this can be written as 1 minus probability of A the union B, and this can we write as 1 minus probability of A union B is equal to probability of A plus probability of B, probability of A intersection B. So this will equal to 1 minus probability of A, it is given, it is 3 upon 5, probability of B is also given, it is 2 upon 5, and probability of A intersection B, it is also given. It is 1 upon 5. So this will 1 minus, if I take LCM as 5. So 3 plus 2, 5 minus 1, 4. This will be 4 upon 5. That is 1 minus 4 upon 5. That is 1 upon 5. So 1 upon 5 is the probability that a student neither reads Hindi newspaper nor English newspaper. So this was part A. Now part B and part C we have to calculate. Part B says we have to find the probability. She reads English, so that means probability of B upon A, and this is condition probability. This will be probability of B intersection A upon probability of A. So this will equal to probability of B intersection A or A intersection B are the same, and probability of A, it is 3 upon 5. So this will be 1 upon 5 into 5 upon 3, that is 1 upon 3. So 1 upon 3 is the probability which is given in part B, and part C, he says we have to find the probability that she reads Hindi. That means A upon B. So this will probability of A intersection B upon probability of B, and this will be equal to A intersection B. Its probability is 1 upon 5. Probability of B is also given. It is 2 upon 5. So this will be 1 upon 5 into 5 upon 2. That is 1 upon 2. That is the probability of part C is 1 upon 2. So in this way we have to calculate the question number 16, which is the last question of this exercise. Now 17 and 18, they are multiple type questions. They are also very simple. After this, the next we have to next topic in this probability. After exercise 13.2, we have exercise 13.3. In this exercise, we have a theorem which is called as Bayes theorem. So this Bayes theorem, John Bayes was a mathematician. This theorem is after his name, called as Bayes theorem. In this exercise, the questions are related to Bayes theorem. Before we know this Bayes theorem, we must have the information about the partition. what is partition? This we must know. Then after partition we have theorem of total probability. Now these two things and all of the three things will be taken next time.